Study section 10. Sleep and Dreaming. Introduction. In this lecture, you'll be introduced to what takes place during the different stages of sleep and when usually dreams occur. Attention is paid to the physiological parts involved in the process of sleep and dream. Some reasons are advanced on the importance of sleep. Some common sleep phenomena and sleep disorders. The circadian rhythm, which is the sleep-wake pattern, is part of the discussion in this lecture. Objectives. At the end of this lecture, you should be able to 1. Explain the stage of sleep when dreams usually occur. 2. Discuss the physiology of sleep and dream. 3. Discuss some phenomena associated with sleep. And 4. Some sleep disorders. Content. Sleep is a complex combination of states which involves some level of conscious awareness and unconsciousness. Usually, we gently slip from wakefulness into sleep. Several stages of conscious awareness are part of the sleep process. In this process of sleep, we pass from waking consciousness into a semi-wakeful state. Within the sleep cycle, there are 4 stages. All the stages contain little or no conscious awareness. Then into dream sleep. These stages are examined below. Hypnagogic state. This is the state at which we dream for a while before we pass on into a twilight state that is neither daydreaming nor dreaming. Mavromatis, 1987. We begin to lose voluntary control over our body movements. Our sensitivity to outside stimuli diminishes. Thought patterns are less bound by reality. For most people, it is an enjoyable state and more relaxed. The 4 levels of sleep are defined on the basis of electroencephalogram EEG, which measures electrical brain activities. The depth of sleep alternates upward and downward many times during the night. REM sleep and dream. The rapid eye movements, REM, REM. Sleep is characterized by movements of the eyes under the eyelid during the sleeping process. This stage of sleep is often accomplished with dreams. Under observation, most people, if awakened at this stage, could reflect that they have dreamt. Autonomic storms. Wills Webbs, 1968, likened dream sleep to an autonomic storm. It is noted that it is not only the eyeballs that are busy during dream. The autonomic nervous system and other parts of the peripheral nervous system are also active during dream, causing noticeable changes in many parts of the body. Blood flow to the brain increases. The heartbeat becomes irregular. The muscles of the face and fingers twitched, and breathing becomes irregular. The voluntary control of the large body muscles is largely lost during REM sleep, perhaps to keep us from acting out our dreams. The time spent dreaming is about 90% of the REM sleep. Stash and Meher, 1996. The length of REM dreams varies, but the longest REM dream may be about an hour, and it usually occurs during the last part of the sleep cycle. Obson, 1989. Webb, 1982. It is also estimated that we spend about 2 hours each night in a conscious state of REM dreams. However, REM sleep is not the only part of the sleep cycle that contains dreams. Non-REM sleep and dreams. Apart from the REM sleep, which was initially believed to be the only part of the sleeping process characterized with dream, the non-REM sleep has periods when dreaming is reported. However, the nature of non-REM dreams is quite different from that of REM dreams. Non-REM dreams are often brief, fragmentary impressions that are less emotional and less likely to involve visual images that are REM sleep dreams. The REM dreams are like watching or participating in a play. Non-REM dreams resemble the ordinary process of thinking briefly about something during the daytime. It is so much like daytime thought that individuals awaken during a non-REM dream often deny that they have been asleep at all. The non-REM dreams are often not thought of as dreams at all and are less likely to be spontaneously recalled after waking than are REM dreams. Foulkes, 1989, Obson, 1989, Staunch and Meyer, 1996. When both REM dreams, which are estimated to be about 2 hours all through the night, and the non-REM dreams, which are said to occur about half of the other 4 to 6 hours of sleep in the night, are compared, one can see that a surprising amount of time is spent in states of consciousness during sleep. It is assumed that we are consciously aware during sleep much more than we would have suspected. Why we sleep? Sleep researchers have not yet reached an agreement as to the reason why we sleep. Nonetheless, there are some bits of evidence that sleep plays a role in the restoration of the body. It is clear that we need sleep in the sense that we apparently create a sleep debt that needs to be made up if we miss sleep. In Florida, some university students participated in a sleep experiment. They were limited to 2 hours of sleep for one night. The next day, they were irritable, fatigued, and inefficient, and the next night, they fell asleep more quickly and slept longer than usual. Webb and Bonnet, 1979. Alan Obson, 1989, proposed a specific theory that sleep plays a restorative role. His theory is based on the existence of a center in the brainstem that is active when we are awake, sleep inhibiting system, and 2 other centers in the brainstem that are activated when we are sleeping, sleep promoting systems. Obson suggested that we need to sleep and dream to give the sleep inhibiting system chance to rest and replenish itself. However, Wiles Webb, 1975, proposed a very different view of why we sleep. He suggested that sleep serves as a protective rather than a restorative role. Webb was not convinced that humans have much of a physiological need for sleep. He hypothesized that we fall asleep to keep us from moving around in the dark of night. It keeps us from wasting our energy, falling off cliffs, and promotes having better night visions. Sleep phenomena. 1. Nightmares. There are dreams that occur during REM sleep and whose content is exceptionally frightening, sad, provoking, or in some other ways uncomfortable. They are upsetting enough to wake us up during the dream. This means that we can vividly remember such dreams, even though they account for only a small proportion of the dreams most people are. 2. Night terrors. There are less common dreams, but they could even be more upsetting dream experiences. The individual becomes awake suddenly in a state of panic. Sometimes he may be screaming, and usually with no clear recollection of an accompanying dream. A sense of calm usually returns after a few minutes. Unlike nightmares, they do not occur during REM sleep but occur during the deepest phase of non-REM sleeps. They are most common in preschool age children. However, sometimes some adults could experience them. 3. Sleepwalking. This phenomenon also occurs during the deepest part of non-REM sleeps. Sleepwalkers rise from the bed and carry on complicated tasks. such as walking from one room to another, even though they are sound asleep. It is mostly common among children before the age of puberty, but some adults also manifest this phenomenon. In adults, it appears only during periods of stress. Except for the danger of accident while wandering, it is not an abnormal behavior. 4. Sleep talking. This phenomenon can occur during any stage of the sleep cycle. Here, the individual who is sound asleep says words, sometimes making fairly incoherent statements for a brief period of time. It is common in young adults, but could occur at any ages. Sleep disorders. They are troublesome but highly treatable disorders. 1. Insomnia. This refers to a variety of difficulties in which individuals report that they sleep less than they wish. There are 2 types of insomnia. 1. Sleep onset insomnia. Individuals have difficulty falling asleep at the hour they would like, but sleep is normal after it begins. 2. Early waking insomnia. This involves waking earlier than desired, either several times in the middle of the night or early in the morning. Both are common in individuals undergoing periods of stress, anxiety, or depression. Narcolepsy. This is a rare sleep disorder that very few people experience, but its impact can be quite serious. The narcoleptic individuals often falls unexpectedly into a slumber in the middle of work or even during conversation with others, especially when upset or stressed. The individual experiences loss of muscle tone and shows a lack of body movement, as if she or he has suddenly fallen into a dream sleep. Studies have shown that it is not REM sleep that causes narcolepsy. It causes serious difficulties with the use of dangerous machines and other job-related activities. 3. Sleep apnea. This is a sudden, temporary interruption of breathing during sleep. This phenomenon is common with older adults, particularly those who snore. It is caused either by too much relaxation of the muscles of the throat or by a temporary cessation of brain signal for breathing. The individual experiences a few of apneas each night. This is not problematic. Many apneas in the night, it results into loss of oxygen to the brain, and the individual becomes exhausted the next day. Many may even develop a condition such as narcolepsy. Circadian rhythm. This is the cycle of waking and sleeping that regulates our pattern of sleep. The pineal gland appears to be its primary interval clock, and the hormone melatonin is a key factor that regulates sleepfulness. A hormone of the pituitary, the growth hormone for body growth and repair, is secreted mostly during the first 2 hours of sleep, with little secreted during the day. This reflects the roles that sleep plays in normal growth and health maintenance. Body temperature also follows the circadian rhythm. Body temperature falls just as you are beginning to feel sleepy and continues to fall until the middle of the sleep period. The adrenal stress hormone, cortisol, also follows the circadian rhythm. Cortisol secretion begins to rise shortly after you fall asleep and continues to rise through the night. The peak of cortisol is just before awakening. Summary. 1. Sleep is a complex combination of states which involves some level of conscious awareness and unconsciousness. 2. The 4 levels of sleep are defined on the basis of electroencephalogram, EEG, which measures electrical brain activities. 3. The rapid eye movement, REM, Sleep is often accomplished with dreams. 4. The autonomic nervous system and other parts of the peripheral nervous system are active during dream, causing noticeable changes in many parts of the body. 5. The non-REM sleep has periods when dreaming is also reported, but the nature of non-REM dreams is quite different from that of REM dreams. End of study section 10. Thanks for listening.